On a cold and gray Florida morn, this ugly little baby child he born in the trailer, and his mama cried. 'Cause there's one thing that she didn't need was another little ugly child to feed in the trailer. People, don't y'all understand? That thing needed a helping hand, 'cause she done become a nasty old queen today. Listen, people, can't y'all see? Are y'all too blind to see? Or is it easier to look the other way? And she lay crying. Hey, people, how you doing, Cheryl Burnett? He's faced the hardest times you could imagine. And many times his eyes fell back to tears. Lord, Lord. And when his youthful world was about to fall in, youthful world, youthful world, youthful world. What's going on, Jesse? TLC and 3, Cheryl Burnett, Itzy. How y'all doing? Child, Ms. Wilson over there, she thinks she coming back at me, child. I don't know why she even try. But I guess that's all she can do. We're gonna listen with Jay Wilson. I wasn't aware yesterday as this thing and when got these people putting pins and shit in his face and his forehead, girl. People, some of y'all need to understand. That boy is so fucking insecure. She spends half her time talking about how she don't watch nobody. I don't know what they said. I just saw the title. She said that same shit for years and years now. It's become correct. She don't watch nobody. But every time somebody check her ass or read her ass, girl, she goes and has some type of surgery done on her ass. Now she's putting BOTOX in her forehead. Jay Wilson. Let's try some of this silver ice. Jay Wilson is just like when Troy Allen posted that picture and we saw how fat you had become. And immediately you went into crash diets and going to announcing to us 6 times a day you're going to the gym and all this shit, girl. Just because we saw how fat you were, right? Because some truth came out, right? Now I've noticed that for the last few times here online, people have been commenting about the amount of wrinkles you have in your forehead, right? I think I figured something out this morning. Your obsession with these younger people, Brian, Castro, Tommy, Rico, and your obsession with these people, and particularly with their love lives, their sex lives, right? I think I figured it out, Jay Wilson. You are obsessed with getting old. You're an old man and you don't want to be. That's why you went and bought Ernez. Remember Ernez? We don't know how much you actually use that thing, that piece of pubic hair you put on top of your head, girl, trying to convince them white folks that you was not an old man, girl, because you were constantly looking for jobs. And people have a tendency to not want to hire people in their middle 50s for entry-level jobs, girl. You are still applying for entry-level jobs because you still haven't figured yourself out, right? So you went and bought Ernez, this piece of shit, and glued it on your head. You could not afford to have it professionally installed, correct? So you had one of your girlfriends, somebody from San Antonio, glue that shit on your head, correct? And we saw the dramatic weight loss up and down, up and down, up and down, because you cannot maintain it because of your own confessions stating that you have an eating disorder. Correct. Now you come and giving us updates every day or every few minutes about how you lost another pound. Oh, I'm down 203. I'm down to 203. Girl, it ain't even a day later. I'm down to 202. Oh, I'm trying to get 200. I'm gonna get to 200 or below. For what, Jay Wilson? As I told you, the cruising days are. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is made for love. Cruising is made for love. That season is over, Jay Wilson. Nobody wants you. Nobody's looking at you. You say you have this faithful relationship with Miss Mark, right? However, I very seriously doubt that you're doing anything physical with that boy, right? It's just some queen to hang out with, honey. I've had many friends through my life, girl, and many times I started off by fucking them. And then we did that for a few times, girl, and then that's just your girlfriend, somebody you've known for years. So what is the possibility that Mark is sexually drawn to you for over 6 years? That's bullshit, honey. Anyway, thank you, Taylor. You the one that gave me information about this goddamn Botox. Oh, let me not get off track. He's always obsessed with these people and their love lives because he ain't got none, right? And because he wants to be forever young. You can't turn back. If you could turn back time, if you could find a way, you're not going back, Jay Wilson. Now, all the Botox you shoot in your forehead, girl, and now the forehead, you got the smooth forehead. I guess this just happened last week. You don't realize you got to keep on doing it, girl. This is yet another expense you're adding, correct? But the forehead don't match them horrible sagging eyes you have, them big, huge bags under your eyes, girl. So you got the Klingon head on the top, right? You smooth that out. But now you talking about you're gonna get another kind of surgery, girl, and you got to pull that other shit down. So y'all didn't believe me. Y'all don't believe me sometimes. I feel it in my bone. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you before when he came on, when he came back after one of these weight loss excursions of his. One cheek was not the same as the other cheek. They were uneven. It's because he had fillers put in his face, just like he had fake hair put on his head, just like now he's got Botox all up in his forehead, girl. Well, rich white women, they can afford to do that all the time, Jay Wilson. Your life has been a struggle, girl. Your whole life is a struggle. You cannot add that extra expense. But I would say that forehead did look smoother after someone told me here on the chat yesterday, oh, he got Botox last. Well, goddamn, I would think that the Botox would be working after 3 days, girl. I mean, it's 3 days. How often do you have to do this, Jay Wilson? But your obsession is with youth. You are constantly telling these people, well, I can get somebody. I can get somebody. Man or woman. I don't know what you would do with the woman. Have dinner with her. Man or woman. I can get somebody. I can get somebody. They jealous. Jay Wilson, time has slipped by you, right? You've wasted your life going to these classes to rip off our government for student loans, right? And you've gotten to a point now where you're 55 years old, and now you want to be gay again, girl. But it's too late, Miss Day. It's just too late, Jay Wilson. So that's why you don't like Tommy and Castro and Brian and Rico, all these people, because they're all 10 to 20 years younger than you, Jay Wilson, right? And they actually have a sex life, girl. You thought you could bring your ass on there. I got somebody. I got what? How are you defining having somebody? If a person doesn't live with you, right? You only see them every couple of weeks, and that's usually to go to either a movie or the amusement parks, girl. I keep telling you, it's not a relationship, girl, but you just have to have it in place where I can say, I got somebody. Mark is not putting his dick in no old shrivel up goddamn Klingon, honey. It's just not going to happen. We already know the boy likes to go out and party. That means if he's going out and partying, and if he likes to drink, he's going out to party to pick up people. That's what the gay life is, right, Jay Wilson? He wants to go out and pick up some new trade, somebody his own age or younger than him. Correct? It's only natural. And you sit there in your lonely one is the loneliest number that I ever heard. Boom, boom, number one. You sit there crying. You say you were gonna come over. What can I do, Marky? What can I do? What did I do wrong? Please forgive me, baby, and come on home. Going down. Oh, baby. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Please forgive me, baby. Begging and begging and begging for that man to come over there and spend some time with you, girl. You done went and got a dog. You said just months before you got the dog that you didn't want no dog around your house. They be getting a hair all over. Although I don't know why you would mind them getting hair on that junk in your house. I see today you're constantly obsessed with my furniture. I don't know what it is with these people. The first thing they say, "Oh, you got furniture. You got furniture." Girl, is that offensive to you, Miss Thing? Why would you care about Larry getting hair on that shit, girl? You found it. The life of the furniture was already over when you found it in that back lot, right? $20 dining room sets, $10 couches. You buy two of them, that's $20. All that junk, girl. You ain't got to protect that stuff, right? But because Mark was slipping into darkness. When I heard Marky say, I am slipping into darkness. When you saw him slipping away, girl, all of a sudden you have a desire to go get a dog, correct? Then you come on and say, oh, he over his daddy's house. Oh, he over at the other house, at the other house. Well, wait a minute, girl. Where did you commandeer Mark's dwelling? I don't know if he lives in an apartment, a condo, a house, whatever he lives in, Jay Wilson, that belongs to him. If you had a relationship with Mark, husband and wife, wife and wife, whatever they are, what makes them a couple is they lived in the same dwelling. That's the relationship. That's a real relationship, Jay Wilson, right? How you gonna just go over there and talk about you gonna take the dog over to the other house? He with his daddy today. He with his daddy. That would mean that you his mama, right? Mama and daddy, honey. Mm-hmm. So we gotta listen to a little tiny taste. I need me a little taste. Uneven cheek. Yeah, them cheeks was uneven, girl, because he wouldn't got I don't know what he had. Some kind of, I think they call it Sculptra, put in his cheeks because the cheeks was slipping all down like this, girl. So one was slipping down here and the other one was way up here, girl. And I don't think other people noticed it because he would do his camera in such a way. But he's always been getting injections in his face. He changed his mustache every 3-4 fucking days. He got all his black shoe polish all in his eyebrows, girl. We are men, Jay Wilson. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing if we were wearing makeup like a girl. Jay Wilson, it's over, girl. You hate those people, these younger people. You're constantly comparing yourself with them, right? So the question would be, girl, what were you doing when you was 29 and 30 years old? What were you having had the hail? We don't know what their end results is going to be, girl. If they don't get married to somebody, there's a good chance they may never own a house. If that ain't what their desire are, their desire might be getting them one of them Porsches, girl, or one of them Corvettes or something. We don't know what the hell their hopes and dreams are, girl. So I'm gonna play a little tiny taste of this, and we're gonna see. This is his rebuttal to me. Now his followings, they're gonna say, "Oh, you came for him first. You came." Well, since he comes for everybody else, I don't know why I would be any different. If his whole assignment is to pick on people, why can't I pick on him? Right? This is my assignment. But we're gonna see. He's trying to come back now. I had to go over and get him back in line yesterday. Hold on a minute. Let's get just a little small taste. Come on, Jay Wilson. Okay. Oh, Lord. We got phone issues today, too. God damn it. Make sure my Wi-Fi is off.
And you know the sad part about it is you had time in your life to do the right thing.
What's the right thing?
You chose the wrong thing.
Why is it wrong?
First of all, I guess you wanted to get out of that abusive household. I guess you was tired of seeing your mom get her ass whipped, so you left.
Let's talk about your mom.
And word on the curb is you don't even talk to your mom.
Okay.
That's the word on the curb. You went to San
The word on the curb, nigga, is I got one. Do you really want to go there with me, boy? I see you got my mama's name in your mouth again, girl. Don't worry about my relationship with my mama, nigga, because I have one. Where's yours? Is she still down there, girl, fucking the crawdads and shit? Very loose with the tongue, honey. Very loose with the lips, particularly for somebody who don't even got no mama.
Just going to reinvent yourself. You don't even like black men. You wouldn't even date black men.
I wouldn't date your ass.
So you thought you would have catched me out, got to San Francisco, and got on meth. And then for the nerve and the gall of you.
You're supposed to say unmitigated gall.
And selling illegal substances to people.
Not to people.
To get their lives ruined. And you take pride in that. It shows you and tells what type of person you were. And then to the point that you got on this stuff. In and out of jail.
I sold drugs to what was at that time my people, right? Because we were all on drugs. And that's why we sold drugs to each other. It's another subject that you don't know a goddamn thing about, right? Right? You pretended you know everything. Oh, you sold drugs to people. You sold drugs. I sold drugs to drug addicts, and they sold drugs to me. Correct, Jay Wilson? Maybe it's time for you to consider some new material. And when you find some new material, girl, then I'll get off the trailer because I love that goddamn trailer because it's so rich, right? But today we're going to talk about your obsession with youth, the vanishing youth. You really believe that by you getting some BOTOX injections in your bald head, girl, that's going to make you look young? Who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to convince the people at the job or the white folks down there, girl, that you are younger than you are? Is that what it is, Jay Wilson? Because you constantly have to get out there and grind and trying to find another job. You're constantly looking for jobs. And you know that the job market is very youth oriented. Correct, Jay Wilson? Particularly when you have no skills. Out here, they say, well, damn, you've been in this world for 55 to 60 years and you have not accumulated any skill at anything, right? So you think you're going to trick them? And so now he said he's going to get another kind of injections. Those start next week. I guess he's going to work on them sagging horrible ass eyes. But the thing is, Jay Wilson, these things have to be maintained. So you're going to end up looking like the crypt keeper in a few more weeks unless you give them another injection. How you going to keep paying for these injections when you're still struggling under the weight of your goddamn mortgage, girl? How many more days you got, Jay Wilson? You are so upset. The hell you ought to be saying. The mortgage. The mortgage is haunting your black ass, correct? We will continue. Come on, Jay Wilson, and read me.
Feeling boosted. I mean, you said out of your own mouth that you used to raise a ruckus.
Yes.
So the people who stopped you used to be embarrassed. So you
playing their game, baby.
That's the kind of stuff you do.
Their game, baby.
So again, bad decisions. Bad decisions, bad choices.
Why they bad?
You're the one working at the Joanne Fabric Hut or whatever.
I never worked at the Joanne Fabric Hut.
And out of your mouth, upset.
Oh, every time I deal with one of these bitches, I got to deal with their lies, girl. No one ever said anything about working in Joanne Fabric Hut, bitch. I was the assistant manager at Pendler and Pendler, one of the biggest textile companies in Los Angeles, girl. Just tell the truth, Miss Thing. You ain't got to make it up, bitch. Right? Where you get out working in the Joanne Fabric Hut, Miss Thing? You are so jealous, Jay Wilson. You're jealous of everything. Now I find out you are jealous of these boys' youth. You're jealous of Rico's long slong. You are jealous of my furniture. I mean, go buy you some furniture, bitch. Instead of putting all this shit all in your forehead, nigga, and the shit all in your eyes, girl, and fake hair on your head, Miss Thing. Why don't you buy you some goddamn furniture? It should be freeing to you to say, listen, I've come to a certain place in my life. I'm going to go into the furniture store and I'm going to pick out something that I want. Not something that I have to settle for. I'm tired of settling. I'm tired of settling. I'm going to redecorate the hell. I'm going to redecorate the hell. You bought all of your furniture secondhand from these sales they would have at the Motel 6. Didn't you confess that, Jay Wilson? Didn't you come and try to brag about that? Didn't you do a tour and coming on telling us how cheap each piece of furniture in your hell was, girl? Don't be jealous because I know how to decorate, girl. Right? It's not about how much money you spend. It's you got any taste. Right? So let's see what your new material is. I suspect it's the same old shit, right?
Interior designers with degrees got jobs, but yet you were upset with them because they got jobs, but they earned a degree, and you did.
So they got jobs because they earned a degree.
And that's when I knew that you salty.
Girl, you don't know nothing about the drug life. You don't know nothing about the street life. You don't know nothing about no goddamn design industry, girl. If you go to college and you get a degree in interior design, Miss Thing, that don't get you no damn job. I mean, even if it did get you a job, what do? You go and you pick up the fabrics. You go and you pick up the goddamn upholstery, girl. You go and you pick out a lamp with your boss, Miss Thing. That doesn't automatically qualify you or anything. If you're going to be a successful interior designer, it's going to be because you have the talent. You have the eye. Right, Jay Wilson? So why are you talking about another subject which you know nothing about? Just walking into your living room, we can see that you don't know anything about no damn interior design, girl. You got that lady, what that Indonesian little arm thing, girl, that you either got from the Dollar General, Miss Thing, or the Goodwill, Miss Thing. That damn thing ain't cost more than $5, girl. And this is your primary art in your home. You have you keep bragging about you have this home that's so fabulous, this house, you don't put no jewelry on the house, girl. Right? You got them 2 goddamn sofas, girl, you came out of Motel 6, Miss Thing. That shit has got to be funky. Because we know you ain't paid to get the shit properly clean, girl. It should have been reupholstered, Miss Thing. But that is hotel furniture. That doesn't bother you. You got to walk down the steps every day and look at that shit. Miss Thing, you can't even put a few dollars aside to buy a decent rug. Jay Wilson, that shit is the exact same place where the movers put it, correct? Most of the shit that was in there, since you came out of student housing, most of the shit you had to buy it new, right? You didn't have no dining room table in no studio apartment, student housing, girl. Right? You had to buy all it. That means you had to furnish it immediately, right? So you took a U-Haul truck down there to the Motel 6, bitch, to the back parking lot where they're getting rid of all their old bug-infested goddamn furniture, girl, and they are remodeling. They do that every 10 or 15 years, girl, right? And that's where you went and bought the whole house full of furniture. And wherever they put it is where it still sits. So why even discuss that, girl? Oh, you bought art. You bought it. Why did you buy art? Oh, my God. Why do you buy those ridiculous blouses? Did you buy, Jay Wilson? I don't know. I don't understand what you're up to exactly. But I cannot wait to see what kind of hatchet job they do on those eyes next week, right? So he's going to explain to us how I'm not saying I got Botox. I can afford the Botox. Dumbass. When you start putting fillers in your face and you start putting needles all in your forehead and all that all has to be maintained, right? God said you're 55 years old, 55 to 60 years old. God said that. How you going to try to trick God? All right. Oh, I know I look 40. You always telling them, you tell Brian them, oh, yeah, they 40 years old. Do better. Do better than what, Jay Wilson? When you were giving this, look, I'm going to show you a picture of it. Girl, it is pitch black outside. This nigga is up in that car. Is still, I mean, is it 4 o'clock in the morning, Jay Wilson? You start your day 4 o'clock in the morning, girl. You're driving to the airport to do a ride before you go to work, girl. And you really believe in your delusional mind that you are an accomplished person, that you are a successful person.
With everybody. It doesn't matter. You're salty with everybody.
Look at that.
You think the world owes
Pitch
you
black
something.
outside.
You think somebody owes you something.
Somebody owes, girl.
So what do? You get your behind on disability. And now you pushing these other guys to get on disability because your ass don't want to work.
I'm not pushing no guys to do shit. No offense, fellas. I don't give a goddamn what nobody else do, what other grown people do. That's you, nigga. Right? You take disability. You have to go back to work. Why would I go to work? I'm over 65 years old, nigga. And even when I wasn't 65 years old, whenever I had disability, bitch, I had it for a reason, girl. You got to go to their doctors. They don't just pass out. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying they don't just pass out all this disability and all these benefits you keep saying people got. Oh, they want to live on them. You're offended by it because you can't get it. You can't get it. And when you turn 65 years old, guess what? You gonna get it, nigga. Right? You ain't doing no big one, girl. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. You going to work for 5 or 6 different people, Jay Wilson. Right? Well, I don't think you should have wasted any time going to get no degrees to do that, girl. You could have did that in getting out of high school. If you want to work 5 and 6 jobs and be online, I don't even know how you fit in 6 hours online, girl. I know you fit it in on your break, you fit it in on your lunch break, you fit it in on your evening break, you fit it in going home, you fit it in going to work, coming from work, girl. And you really believe that is successful. Go and watch your neighbors. Go and sit on the porch. Although there's a good chance that all of those houses are hood houses. But you'll see that they leave in the morning and they go to work. Husband and wife. Maybe they both go to work. Maybe the kids go off to school, correct? But in the evening, starting 3 or 4 o'clock, kids get home 3 or 4 o'clock. An hour later, mom gets home. Hour after that, dad gets. You'll see that they go to work and they come from work. They don't go to work and then come home and go right to work. They don't see them on the freeway driving Uber cab, girl. And then they go, but they're on their way somewhere, and then they go to work on a job, and then when they get off the job, they go work on a part-time job, and then when they get back home, finally get back to their garage, girl, they start making more YouTube videos. How do you think equate that with successful? I mean, I'm serious, girl. Do the Trumps? I mean, you always talking about that you're doing so good, you're doing so. I don't think you're doing good at all, girl. I mean, grown people, a lot of them have businesses, honey. They have their own tanning salons, and they have their own hair studio, hair salons, girl, and they have businesses, Miss Thing, and they own property, and they own real estate, and they do a myriad of things, girl, that they would make their life easier, where they don't have to be working from night until day. Jay Wilson, correct? You're competing with high school dropouts. Right, that's the way your work schedule is, girl. But I know you got a lot to say, so we're gonna cover as much as we can before you get on my nerves too bad. I gotta hang you up, girl. Come on and read me some more.
Something you have to say is going to move me. Let me tell you something.
He ain't been on drugs and still ain't shit. Thank you, Jesse.
You're not that dude. You could have been that dude, but you're not. Because you made the decision to do something drastic.
What was drastic?
And to diminish the quality of your life. And I'm not saying that you ain't nobody, but you have done some things that now you're living on.
She keeps saying this.
Government benefits.
Yeah, so what?
In rent stabilized apartments in San Francisco.
Miss Thing, when I go to the store and I hand the clerk there $100 bill, that the person, the store owner, the clerks, They don't care if I pulled that $100 bill out of my asshole. The point is, you want the product and you got the money, nigga. You're so concerned about where somebody else gets their money from. Why are you even concerned about where I get my money from? It is so stupid to me, Jay Wilson. You keep reiterating, oh, you get into government, because the primary issue in that trailer park, nigga, was government assistance. All of your neighbors were on government assistance. Every goddamn body in that most of them were probably broke up relationships. You know, they got all broken up cars in the driveway. He beating her ass, she beating his ass. There's always all this drama in the trailer, girl. But a big part of the conversation was public assistance, right? They needed Section 8. They needed food. They needed all these normal things that people need, girl, when they're raising families. Correct, Jay Wilson? And you built resentments deep down on the inside. Mama, look how they live in, mom. Because more than likely, those trailer parks were located in regular neighborhoods, middle class, lower middle class, whatever, regular neighborhoods, right? And you would see them going to school. Look at them. You had to crawl out of that trailer park, girl, and all the neighbors, they all see where you came from, nigga, and they call it trailer trash. Girl. And you resented that mistake. And so when you went to school, you said, oh, no free lunch, no thank you, no free lunch, no free lunch. That's what you said. You said, we don't know. A lunch for a child, Jay Wilson, was it an apple, an orange, and maybe a PB&J, peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And so you think that you're doing your big one because you didn't get the free lunch. Well, you a goddamn fool because everybody else is getting a hot lunch. You sitting over there in the corner. My daddy believe in home ownership. All you stupid ass ideas you got, girl. And the stupid ass ideas didn't go away, girl. You should have had your panties pulled down around your ankles in your 20s, girl. You should have enjoyed yourself back then. Enjoy yourself back then. You should have enjoyed yourself. You sitting up in these damn classes with all these plans that you're going to conquer the world and everything, right? And you never did anything, Jay Wilson. Nothing ever panned out, Miss Thing. You never completed any goddamn thing. Now you over here hiding about, oh, I can't say what I do. Oh, I can't. Why? How come of the rest of the 300 million people in America, girl, can say what they do? Why is you's the onlyest one, right? Because you're so afraid that they're gonna dox you. And there's only I think I said it yesterday, but forgive me for repeating. But I just lost it. God damn it. Well, I was just talking about. You said that's gone. That is gone, baby. Mm-hmm. So y'all can see the wrinkles and all that kind of stuff that happens. You know, he's physically deteriorating, but y'all don't know what's going on in that brain, right? And in the next 10 years because he's between 55 and 60, since he lies about everything and we've caught him over and over lying about every aspect of his life, we can assume that he's telling the truth that he's 55 years old, right? Most 55s don't got all them damn wrinkles. The girl, that motherfucker's head, he looked just like a Klingon. Jay Wilson looked just like that motherfucker in my thumbnail, child. Correct. All them wrinkles in your head, but there's things going on inside your head as well, Jay Wilson. And you know the cognitive abilities, I can give testimony, honey, will slowly diminish as you get older, Jay Wilson. So you know the time is running out, honey. And so now you got to convince them white folks, girl, that you are 40. You're trying to get them to believe that you're 40, right? Do you put Ernest on your head in the car before you go in? Right? Because you have a lot to say about people's mouths and their teeth. And we've seen evidence. There's only one picture that exists, but you're too dumb to take the video down because you think I'm going to get a coin from it. You're going to get a coin from an 8-year-old video, girl. We can see that your mouth is different, girl. Your teeth has been worked on, Miss Thing. So we don't know what kind of teeth you went through your life with, whether they were all spaced or whatever the reason was. You had to go to Mexico to get them fixed, right? We see you have no problem getting things fixed since you got people putting needles in your head, girl, right? Right? You got to go up and down on the weight. And I'm going to the gym. I'm doing you're constantly doing something. And then now your new word is you're fixing yourself up. You're improving yourself. Because you wouldn't gave them $50 for them to shoot those chemicals in your forehead. Well, it's coming back, baby. It's coming back with what they call a vengeance. Let's hear some more. I know I should just let him talk for a while, but he's so annoying, honey.
San Francisco.
2.5 hours, 4 o'clock in the morning. Before he goes, wait a minute. Let me ask you this question. Wait a minute. No, let me ask you a question. Jay Wilson, it's something like 4:30 in the morning there in San Antonio. It is pitch black outside, right? You made a video that is 2 hours and 19 minutes long. Now, one would have to ask, how are you up at 4:30 in the morning? You going to work? I'm going to work. How can you be going to work, girl, if you're online for 2.5 hours first thing in the morning? That doesn't make any sense, Jay Wilson. How long does it take you to drive to work, girl?
Always someone. And you know the sad part about it is,
what's the sad part, girl?
You had time in your life to do the right thing, but you chose the wrong thing.
It wasn't wrong for me.
First of all, I guess you wanted to get out of that abusive household. I guess you was tired of seeing your mom get her ass whipped.
Were you tired of you seeing yours?
And word on the curb is you don't even talk to your mom.
How the word get on the curb?
You went to San Francisco to reinvent yourself. You don't even like black men. You would even date black men, for that matter. So you thought you would have catch me out. Got to San Francisco and got on meth. And then for the nerve and the gall of you to take pride in selling illegal substances to people to get their lives ruined. And you take pride in that, it shows you and tells what type of person you were.
No, that tells me what kind of stupid ass you are, girl. Because if you said I came to San Francisco and I got on meth, no matter how I felt into meth, but since I'm not going to try to have an intelligent conversation with you about drugs, girl, correct? When I started doing meth, girl, I was under the impression that in the next 2 to 3 years, I'd be dead. Because all of my friends here in California, girl, they were dying of AIDS, correct? They were dying of that at that time, correct? So yeah, I ended up on dope, form of escapism, whatever it was. But since I was on drugs, and the people who I dealt with, because it becomes a community. If I'm on drugs, I'm only going to know other people on drugs. I'm going to be too embarrassed to be around regular people. It's a different world, Jay Wilson. You don't know anything about it. But of course, I'm selling them drugs. Why wouldn't I sell them drugs? Are you under the impression that you go to Walgreens with a prescription for crystal meth? It's a world that you do not understand, nigga. So why talk about it? If you don't know a goddamn thing about what you're talking about, why talking about it, girl? Same old talking points. Oh, here come the pusher man. Oh, I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when you need. Yeah, right. They standing out in front of school and trying to get everybody on drugs. But this is fiction, girl. This ain't the real. This ain't the way. At least it wasn't for me. That's not the way the world worked, girl. Yes, we were all on drugs, Miss Thing, right? And I was on drugs a long time before. I was on drugs in Los Angeles, girl. I came here on dope, right? Everybody I knew was on dope. I sold them drugs, but shit, people have been selling me drugs 5 or 6 years, girl. And we sold drugs to each other. But that's not a conversation I can have with you because you're an absolute moron, girl. I'll have that conversation with other people who have been through the life, girl. But not with you. You're too stupid. You've seen the same old stupid ass talking points, girl, and you're not knowledgeable on any subject about nothing. Every time oh Jesus Christ, stop complaining to me. Every time I turn this motherfucker on, I got to go all over again.
The point that you got on the stuff.
Uh-huh.
In and out of jail.
In and out.
I mean, you said out of your own mouth.
He's obsessed with jail.
You used to raise a ruckus. So the people who stopped you used to be embarrassed so you could get away.
Huh?
That's the kind of stuff you
playing your game, baby.
So again, bad decisions, bad choices. You were the one working at the Joanne Fabric Hut or wherever you were working, and out of your mouth, upset because
he has Ozempic face.
Designers with degrees got jobs, but yet you were upset with them.
Oh, girl, who ain't got no job?
They got
people
jobs.
In the chat. Do y'all got jobs?
But they earned a degree.
Girl, nobody give a fuck about no stupid ass degree.
Salty about that, and that's when I knew that you're salty with
salty
everybody.
About it.
It doesn't matter. You're salty with everybody because you think the world owes you something.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Owes you something.
If you walking around thinking, folks, that the world owes you something cause you're here, Lord, you're going out in the world backwards like you did when you first come here. Oh, respect yourself. La da da da. Respect
and what do? You get your behind on disability. And now you're pushing these other guys to get on disability.
I'm not pushing nobody to do shit, girl.
And you think that something you have to say is going to move me? Let me tell you something. I don't know who you think you are, but you're not that dude. You're not that dude. You could have been that dude, but you're not. Because you made the decision to do something drastic and to diminish the quality of your life. And I'm not saying that you ain't nobody, but you have done some things that now you're living on government benefits.
Girl, I'm living on Social Security.
Rent stabilized apartment in San Francisco.
Don't you wish your wait a minute? Hold on. I can't let I can't let you keep getting away with this. Jay Wilson, I can't let you keep getting away with this, brother. I cannot do it. I cannot let you keep coming on here and pretending that you're some kind of middle-class black man who made it in the world and all this shit, girl. And then I am somehow I have a subsidized rent. I have a girl. What is HUD? Isn't that stand for Housing Urban Development? Isn't that a government program very much in the same vein as Section 8? Section 8 means renting, a subsidy for renting, and HUD means a subsidy for buying. Isn't that the truth, Jay Wilson? Isn't all the education you talk about and talk about and talk about and talk about, girl? Isn't that all under a student financing? Weren't those loans, Jay Wilson? Correct? Isn't that Isn't that also government assisted? Only days before you moved into the hell, weren't you in student housing that you had conned our wonderful government out of, girl, since you was a little pickaninny? Isn't it all the truth? Haven't you been basically on some kind of government assistance your entire life, Jay Wilson? Weren't your mama on some? I think your daddy was a no good nigga. I'm just being honest. I think your daddy was a no good nigga. I suspect that he had other families. That's why you always want to brag about having 9 children one day. The next day you want to brag, oh, well, it's only 4 of us in the trailer. It's only 4 because he had another family somewhere else. And you don't know, since he was a truck driver, what other families he had across town, right? You don't know what a truck driver does, girl, because he's gone, but 80% of the time he drives his truck, correct? You don't, all you know for sure, Jay Wilson, is he was not bringing that paycheck back to the trailer, or you would not have been in the trailer, girl, correct? But you always want to throw in somebody else's family, girl. The nerve. Am I holding y'all up? Hold on.
For the city, the generous, the benefit. We know that. But a person like me can't deal with that. Because I would rather go ahead and work for mine and pay for it and work 2 jobs.
Bitch, everybody works for it. You don't work on 2 jobs. You're a damn liar. You work 4.
And scared the next moment if Trump is going to do something silly. So miss me with that foolishness. You and I are not the same, sir.
You ain't lying. You ain't never lied about that square.
So I think he's upset.
Be quiet.
I think he has a few things to say, which really doesn't matter to me because again, people who don't even take care of their teeth, and people who don't, baby, you got zigzaggy teeth. You're looking like Count Blackula over there with them teeth all up here and then the other teeth down here.
Teeth up here and teeth down there? Really?
Okay, looking like Hogwarts up in there. And I'm like, really?
Hogwarts?
And it goes to show you, you can't affect me, sir.
Hogwarts?
I don't know what your issue is or your problem, but you're going to get through it one day, hopefully. But I'm not your enemy. You're an enemy of yourself. And again, this is what happens when you don't love yourself, because you don't invest in yourself. Instead of attracting and
just because you got the BOTOX,
value,
that's investing in yourself.
You don't add value. So now, be mad about that. Go and talk about that. You don't move me. Nothing you say has moved anything. Nothing you said has not stopped me from doing what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
Make better decisions and make better choices. I don't care if Castro candidates, man.
Wait a minute. He going into Castro now. Hold on.
I said what I said. Do better. Here you are in your mid-30s, and you fighting folk, and you let men crack you upside the head at this age. You should have done that in your 20s.
You should have had folks crack you in your head in your 20s. This child, I mean, our conversation is basically the same thing, girl. She gonna keep on saying that, and she don't know that she's really complimenting me. Oh, you got that expensive furniture. You got they're constantly talking about my furniture for whatever reason, girl, and tell me how are you? You know that furniture belongs in a mansion. Well, you're complimenting that I have nice furniture. As I keep telling you, punk ass girl, I don't have a whole lot of money, Miss Thing. It's a matter of taste, which is something that you lack, Jay Wilson. Correct? Why are you so jealous of everything from person? Right? You say that my life is worthless and I made all these bad decisions. Nigga, I was on drugs 24 years ago. 24 years ago, girl. Since I've been off of drugs, I've written 10 books, girl. It ain't like I'm just sitting here. Oh, you just wait for that check. Oh, you just wait for that check. Miss Thing, that is what you're familiar with, Jay Wilson, because that was the primary conversation where you came from, Miss Thing. Everybody was on services, girl. Right? So why you talk so much about services? Why are you obsessed with poverty, Miss Thing? And you are impoverished, Jay Wilson. Right? You're constantly talking about what Donald Trump's going to do. You better hope Donald Trump going to take your services. Donald Trump going to do this. Donald Trump. Why wouldn't Donald Trump take your pitiful ass jobs, girl? Right? How many people have lost their jobs because of Donald Trump, girl? Tell me, Jay Wilson. You're concerned about how people pay their bills because you're so stressed out about how you're going to pay your bills, girl. Right? Now, we saw you up at 4:30 in the morning making a 2-hour and 19-minute video on your way to work, which tells me, nigga, you ain't going to work. You're going to pick up somebody in that goddamn Uber ride, girl. Right? We're constantly catching you in lies. If you stop lying, girl, you wouldn't have to worry about being doxxed so much. The only reason you hate doxing so much, girl, is because they're constantly uncovering your lies. It is the lies, honey. The lies. That's why you're so fearful. Girl, oh, somebody called my job. They called. Okay, hello. No. I could ship you to okay, let me transfer you to H&R. Okay. They called your job. What are you so worried about it? Because every time they've called your job and every time there's been a response from the employer, Each and every time, Jay Wilson, we have found out you have been lying about where you work, about being on some job. There was a period before Tracy even kicked the shit off. Before she even kicked the shit off, child, you were coming on here putting on a shirt and tie like you're doing now, because we still don't understand how you got 2.5 hours on the way to work, girl, to make videos. When Tracy first uncovered your situation, because she called to verify that you work there. I mean, that's not unusual, really. I mean, if you're going to buy a car, they call your job and verify you work there, girl. You apply for a credit card, they call your job. They're going to verify that you have an employment, right? From the very beginning, Jay Wilson, they've told us that no, he does not work here. That's what your fear is, Jay Wilson. If you could just stop lying or stop even talking about that shit, girl. You're coming on here, you're telling us about, oh, I don't tell my business. I don't tell my business. Yet you tell every detail, constantly trying to make people think that you're somehow successful. Successful at what, girl? You can't even tell us what you do for a living. Why did you come on here all last year telling us you had all these hinting that you have all these prestigious jobs, Miss Thing, and you are an executive and you got a corner office, and then you come on here and we catch you coming out of your own mouth that you ain't been doing but driving a bus. I've been driving a bus for a whole year and them bitches don't know nothing about it. Why were the lies necessary, Jay Wilson? That means you've been lying all year, girl, right? Right, chaplain? A chaplain who does not work for the hospital? Just a temporary? How long did that job last, Jay Wilson? Was it 2 days or 2 weeks? I don't imagine that the temporary jobs last more than a couple of weeks, right? And how long have you been working for the temporary service, Jay Wilson? Because that would go a long ways in explaining why you're constantly working somewhere different, right? The truth works much better than your bullshit and your lies, girl. Correct? Now you're always talking about what we wanted in our lives, how we you wanted better. You made bad decisions. You made bad. A person who went and spent the time to get 5 degrees, and that's only an assumption because the only evidence we know that about you having 5 degrees, nigga, is because you said it. You refuse to show us the damn degrees, correct? But I would say that a person in your position, you have 5 degrees, it's got to bother you because you're the one with the dreams. Can we assume that if you're going to 5 different colleges, girl, and you're getting 5 different degrees in 5 unrelated subjects, Miss Thing, that you must have wanted something. You haven't gotten any of those things, girl. You got brick and mortar, a house, girl. When I was selling drugs, I could afford 3 of them damn houses, girl. But you made it everything. I'm in the hell. I'm in the hell. All you can talk about is the hell, because that's all you've ever accomplished, girl. And all it required was filling out government forms to get a HUD house. Right? I'm sure that many people can give testimony, girl. My mama got a HUD house, nigga. I know exactly what I'm talking about, Jay Wilson. How y'all doing? Oh, I've been talking, child. One thing good about that boy, he is good for content. Honey, all you got to do is listen to a few moments of that bullshit, girl. And you can read that bitch, girl, for the whole month. Said it gave him a headache. It is worth it. He gave him a headache. Y'all did that to him. Y'all should never have talked about all the wrinkles in that nigga head. He done went there, he got people putting pins in his forehead, girl. Y'all told him he was fat. He went and got Ozempic brought in his stomach. Jay Wilson, stop punching your head with needles, girl. Right? How often you got it? You said it cost $50. So what is there to brag about some little $50 thing? Jay Wilson, we are men. I mean, women do that kind of stuff. Women do all kind of stuff. I mean, they have the right to do that. If you go into a department store, you'll see that the whole first 3 floors, number women's clothes, women's stuff, women's makeup, women's wigs, but men don't put all that stuff on, Jay Wilson. Right? I'm trying to figure out, and you're not even single. I can understand you trying to get your little dick on the side. Chick, I know you want a dick on the side. You want another lover. I know you want another lover. But you said you're not even in the market for that, right? If you're not in market for it, then girl, why do you constantly feel like you have to fix yourself up? You're now, the new words is going to be improving yourself, improving yourself. I'm improving myself. I spent $50 getting needles in my head. So what is this new thing she gonna get? Sculptural, some old crazy ass shit, girl. All that shit's gonna fall apart, Jay Wilson. At some point, you're gonna lose another job like you lost all the rest of them, girl. And you ain't gonna be able to afford to be getting all these injections in your forehead because you're gonna be worried about getting that mortgage paid, right? You know, we only got like, I think it's 3 days, 3 more days, Jay Wilson. I'm sitting here comfortable. I'm not even concerned about my rent. I never even think about it, girl. I ain't thought about my rent in years, right? But you, every month, bitch, every step you take, it's all got to come down to trying to make that mortgage. And when that woman exposed you for being so far behind in your mortgage, so far behind in your HOA, so far behind on your second loan, girl. So far you had a borrowed $13,000, girl. We don't know what happened to that, Miss Thing. And we've seen all the scams and the cash app palooza parties, and we done seen all the begging and the begging and the begging, girl. We done seen all of your ripping off. We saw you go to Las Vegas and you steal $3,000 from them, girl. You came immediately back and then you stole yourself a new roof, girl. Right? Oh, I only lost one shingle. Say you got people in San Antonio, girl, that lost their whole goddamn home and they got 3 kids, girl. No, but you got your scandalous ass in there, girl, to try to rip the companies off, the roofing companies, when they got real work to do, baby. They got work to do. Work. But you still wouldn't scam them off a new roof, right? You're constantly scamming and scheming, Jay Wilson, right? Falling in love with YouTube. Falling in love with YouTube. Falling in love with you too. Oh my God, falling in love with you too. It was the best thing that you have ever done. Making videos, girl. Why are you still here, Jay Wilson? Everybody in the beef sector, girl, they all moved on, Miss Day. They all doing different things, girl. Ain't no, you the onlyest one. You still got your silly ass on here making 4 and 5, 6 videos a day, girl. Starting arguments with people, girl. But why? Because you have to. Why? Because you got 3 more days for the goddamn mortgages due again, girl. And they've already told you, Miss Thing, no more. No, we don't want to hear no more of your stories, girl. Come in here with our money or pack that junk and put it out on the street or take it with you. We don't care. You get off this property. We have been putting up with this shit for 6, 7 years. And we've had enough. Right? So you got to keep them at bay, Jay Wilson. Correct? You done borrowed everything you could get out of that damn thing, girl. You always talking about how you gonna get the equity. Ain't no equity in there, girl. There's nothing in there. All you're paying is interest. And then you're gonna get a second damn mortgage while you're just paying the interest. You ain't putting nothing in there, girl. If they appraise that goddamn thing, girl, it will appraise at the same thing they appraised it at when you moved in there. Because you just pulled everything out because you need it. Pretending, walking in the rain, pretending to be something that you simply are not, girl. You're not a middle-class person, Jay Wilson. And those bedrooms were built for someone to live in them. Hey, C-Mac TV, what you doing, brother? Tay Savage. I like the last name Savage. Whatever happened to that other Savage guy? He was a activist. What was his name? Tim Savage? Whatever. I like that name. Yet all we hear, I don't care. Okay, you say you don't care. You don't watch Timothy Blaine. You don't care. You're going word for word. Everything I said. I just said it yesterday, Jay Wilson. How do you know about it? Did people send you notes? Correct? Why would you say the same old stupid shit, girl? You've been saying that shit for 6, 7 years, Miss Thing. Yet everything I say, I knew when I came on. I said he gonna reply to this, right? because he does watch my videos. And not only you, oh, I just saw the title. I just saw the title. Why the lies necessary, Miss Thing? You went over everything I said in the video. There's no way you even heard about it, girl. Well, you're dependent on Vivian to tell you. And now she got that stump creature's name in her mouth every other day, girl. She is so afraid of the stump creature. She don't want nobody locally getting up in that ass, right? Like I told you 100 times, Jay Wilson is a coward, right? He's a coward. He likes to sit behind that damn channel, talk shit about people, but he only does that because they live out of state. Tasha, L. Edwards. Hi, L. Edwards. Pitiful girl. He's a pitiful ass nigga. I wouldn't even tell nobody. You supposed to, if the surgeries are working for you, Jay Wilson, you shouldn't have to go and tell nobody about your Botox in your forehead, girl. It was to look natural, Miss Thing. A man with all that shit done on the face. Now you're gonna go digging into your eyes, girl, like it's all permanent. No, I told you, honey, God allowed you to be alive for 55 to 60 years. We don't know because you lie about everything. That's what you really are. Who are you trying to deceive, girl? Do you think Mark will fuck you again? Do you believe that he will get reignited? His energies will get reignited if you don't have so many wrinkles in your forehead? Admit it. These people right here on YouTube, girl, have talked about your forehead, bitch, and it bothered you so much that you had to go in there and get these needles all in your fucking head. Now, do you ever see me talking about I'm gonna do something to my eyebrows? I'm doing something to my nose. I'm gonna do I'm doing something. Girl, I get a haircut. That's it. That's what men do, right? Remember when you brought all of them damn ointments and shit you put on your face, girl, and you laid out 16 bottles like that was something to be proud of, girl? You put all that shit on and come out looking the exact same, a wrinkled up old man, girl. Just accept it, Jay Wilson. It's just a season. It's like our Bible says, girl. There's a season for things, child. Right? There's a time of fuck and a time to sit your old bald head black ass down. It's simple as that. And if you want to brag about having a husband, why you got to do all this shit to try to improve yourself? I'm improving, girl. No matter how many wrinkles I have, that is not proving me, honey. That ain't improving shit. What they call. He got the Ozempic face. Lord have mercy. He come and give you every pound. He tells you, I lost another pound. Oh, I'm down to 203. I'm down to 20. But I don't tell my business. Hi, so forgive me for not speaking. I know I saw y'all way up here. TLC and 3, my moderators. TLC and Soul Sister #1 show. How y'all doing? Amazing day today. He just sitting up there, child, like he is just chewing it. That is so sad to me. That is so sad to me to watch this man. Up at the crack of dawn, it's pitch black outside. He's already in the car, girl. He made a video. I know I'm repeating it, but I want to make sure y'all understand this part. He made a 2 hour and 19-minute video, supposedly on his way to work. Yet he's still in the car for 2.5 hours. Right? It's the lies, baby. That's why you're so cautious, Jay Wilson, because you know you can always be caught in a lie. Why lie? If you don't want to talk, girl, you feel like you have something to hide, just don't talk about it. Right? He always talking about jail. Who going to jail? Who you going to go to jail? Call him, Tommy. You need to call the jail. You're constantly worried about jail. Don't bring that upon yourself, Jay Wilson. Don't bring it upon yourself when you end up on jail, right? Because if somebody might challenge your ass and come and bust you upside your motherfucking head, and you got to hit them back, and you both go to jail. You don't know what the fucking happened in life, girl. Stop talking about shit you don't know nothing about, girl. All because you got to find a way to be online for 2.5 hours. Okay, so when I started this video, he had been on there for 2.5 hours. We're still, the sun ain't came up yet. How many videos are you going to have by the end of tonight, Jay Wilson? Right? We're 3 days from rent day. I'm just saying. Y'all can expect to see him a whole lot in these next 3 days. The agreed and no, that's an embarrassment. I wouldn't tell nobody. And I would keep that a secret. He ain't been on, but that's the point that makes an important point, Jesse. He ain't been on drugs and he still ain't shit. Right. He hasn't accomplished anything more than a person who spent their whole life on drugs. I mean, I'm comfortable. See, here's the thing about they focus so much on this whose apartment's bigger and all that kind of stuff, right? As a single person, child, right? Eventually, what's going to be important is for you to be comfortable. That's why people downsize when their children have left. That's why people move out of big houses when there's nobody living in the house, and they move into either condos or even senior living, child. They get what they need, Jay Wilson. Why are you spending all this time? As quiet as kept, I mean, you were 50 when you moved in the motherfucker, right? It's time to let that go, Jay Wilson. That is not a major accomplishment, right? It's an accomplishment in as much as you went down there to a government facility and applied for that HUD loan. So we can say, well, you did go and do the paperwork. Same as me. I went and did the paperwork. In order for me to get Section 8, girl, I sat on the wait list for something like 15 years. Right? Right? You act like, oh, you went down there and got all them surgeries. You went down there and no, I put time in to get it, girl, to prepare myself for a comfortable retirement. And I'm perfectly fine, Jay Wilson. My rent has not even crossed my mind. As a matter of fact, in our building now, I didn't realize, but you can have it taken out automatically. So I don't even have to think about any of my bills, girl. Right? And you think I'm supposed to be ashamed of that, girl? No, maybe people have judgments because they're not getting it. They're not getting it. Say, bitch, why you sitting on your ass, girl? I'm breaking mine to get the same amount of money. Right? But you don't let people know how jealous you are, girl. You letting these boys know that you hate being an old man. When you got to go and putting needles all in your face and shit, now you're gonna get something else puffed up in your cheeks, girl. You got a glue sit on top of your head, Miss Thing. Girl, you got to be to the gym 4 or 5 times a day, Miss Thing. Girl, it's telling us that you hate being an old man. If they're smart, all they got to do is hit you with the age. All you got to do, fellas, listen to me. Young gay men, hit him with that old ass. It's an obsession of his. Thank y'all for coming in on today. Let's see what's going on here. You like the Dragons movies? What's the Dragon? Is that a cartoon? Have y'all been liking all the AI about Trump? What's that dude's name? Mr. Newberger. They're making video. They're making songs, AI videos about Donald Trump every day, child. I know he want to come after them too, but the courts say no. The people said no. So it was a great thing that happened with Jimmy Kimmel because it was the people standing up. And these people, the kind of people, I didn't know he had 35 billionaires working in the White House. I didn't know that. Bernie Sanders revealed that a couple of days ago. 35 billionaires. That means all these freaks that coming out here and kissing his ass, they're all billionaires. They're all in it for the money. Comfortable. Be comfortable. So the point was, you ain't made no mileage. You ain't in no better shape than I am. Comes down to it. I mean, everybody knows that if you move out of San Francisco and you move into the Midwest, you can move in the house. You ain't accomplished no outstanding thing, girl. It's not. You can't equate them. They're not the same, girl. Right? I don't give a goddamn if you're a doctor or you're a brain surgeon, girl. If you move to New York City, you're gonna live in a studio or a 1-bedroom apartment. It's simply the reality of living in big cities, Jay Wilson. So basically, that means you ain't did shit, girl. It's just regular stuff, right? All right, I done went over my hour, people. Thank y'all for coming in on today to the Jay Wilson Show. Look at that forehead again, girl. It's gonna scritch all up. When the bitch ain't got that. See, she got Ozempic and then with COVID, she ran out of money. That's basically it. Probably it. More than likely, that's what it is, girl. That shit is over $1,000 a month, right? Right? You think it didn't bother her that I get it? $1,000 a month, right? She ran out of money. That's so she couldn't do it no more. That much she had to go back. I'm going to the gym. I'm just going to the gym. I'm just going. You going to the gym because you couldn't afford to stay on the drugs, girl. What was I saying? Oh shit. Y'all watch. When he can't afford to get them shots in his forehead no more, and he can't get whatever he's gonna get done to the. He's building this face, this fake looking face. It's gonna be all stretched out, like the old movie stars get their eyes all. Then he be doing. He can be. He's gonna become addicted to all these different things he can try to do to make himself look younger. But when he don't have the money to do it, he's gonna all go right back to like the Klingon head nigga. The visual. Y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. We're on what? Wednesday? We'll be back tomorrow. Later.